Okay. Welcome to another midnight showing. As always, I'm Kelly.
I'm DJ.
And we just got out of Into the Woods.
Into the Woods. By the way, happy belated Christmas.
Mm-hmm. I gave mine already, so. This is overall no spoilers. This was fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was having a great time.
I don't know if a lot of people are gonna find this the best though, especially compared to other movies.
Oh, they're gonna nitpick the hell out of it over anything. That's what they do with all these movies.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like singing movies. I mean, I don't even want to tell you half the complaints I heard about Jersey Boys. I'm sorry, it was a great adaptation.
Yeah, I know we're trying to break out into this YouTube thing as critics, but
dang it!
That's for sorry.
Stop touching the camera. I'm gonna.
That's for another time. But we're mostly going to see these movies and give our opinions, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Very much. My parents had saw this before me, and they said I wouldn't like it because the singing would be corny. I'm like, of course it's corny. That's why I want to see it. That's the point. That's the joke.
Yeah, it was definitely corny, especially Agony.
Yeah, for all the little kids who are going to be watching this, and I hope you don't, because we
do swear a lot.
We swear a lot. If you don't know what Into the Woods is, it's a play. It's a musical play, stage play written by Stephen Sondheim, which is like one of the best, not one of the best, like a very famous composer. And he wrote Into the Woods to counteract all of the like Disney musicals, which makes this totally ironic because it came the big budget Disney movie for the Christmas season if you don't count Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, this was awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Is ironic the best word?
Yeah, I think it would be, because I'm pretty sure that, especially with the last third of this film, they okay, that's gonna go into spoilers, so I'm gonna save that comment for a minute. But it's yeah, this was really good. It's a lot more mature than everyone would give it credit for, especially with all the hokey stuff that they do.
Yep.
Johnny Depp is the wolf.
All right. Let's get into the story, because there's a lot of things about it.
This is going to be where we're going to do a little bit more spoilers.
So it's basically narrated by the baker, who is basically telling the story,
which was really, really weird, because inside of the play, if I remember right, it was his dad who was the narrator. And and every time he did a cameo appearance inside of the actual stage play, and when the narrator came out, he was actually a hooded figure that you couldn't see. And then at the end of the play, when they do the curtain call, he takes his bow and then he rips off his cloak and reveals it was the father the entire time. Yeah, but that was just the version I saw anyway. It was a long time ago.
Yep. So he tells the story, and of the witch, played by the fabulous Meryl Streep, one of the greatest actors.
I don't know if this was her best though. I've seen her sing in other stuff that was a little bit better.
I'm sure you've seen her in a bunch of other stuff, but she's a great actress.
Yeah, she's good.
She's one of the best. She plays the ugly, gnarled witch, basically taking design choices out of Snow White.
Oh gosh, that's bad.
Yeah, she has these like 9-inch nails
on each finger that curve out. It's like you swear you're talking to a freaking dragon.
And she hoots it up. She was having a lot of fun. And so the witch tells them that
the baker and his wife
that she cursed their family tree, and to break the curse they have to get specific items. The red hood from Red Riding Hood.
The hood is red as blood. The hair is
yellow as corn.
The slipper is pure as gold, and the cow is white as milk.
Yes, the cow is white as milk. And the whole thing is that everyone's in this village, and they go into the woods.
And it's just, look, Cinderella meets Red Riding Hood meets the baker meets
Jack
and the Beanstalk meets Rapunzel.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, Rapunzel did get kind of screwed over inside of this. Her story was a little bit more intricate to everything.
And so the baker meets up with Little Red Riding Hood and says, "Hey, I need your coat. I need your hood."
God, that was... I'm not gonna lie, I hated that scene. It was way too over the top. You knew he was gonna just come right back and give her the damn coat.
Yeah.
He steals the coat.
Oh my gosh. That was like a good 2 minutes of just Red Riding Hood screaming.
And then he comes back, "Oh, no, I was just seeing if you attached to it. It's okay. It's okay." Oh, but yeah, the story is basic fodder, and it does, and just like the play, it gives you the happy ending, and then oh shit.
And so, like, they converge. Jack is taking the cow to be sold at the market, and they run into the baker who has the witch's magic beans, because
she didn't think to ask if they still kept the beans.
Yeah.
There's a few plot holes inside of this.
Yeah.
Like the witches every time they stop for like 5 seconds to not sing a song, she appears to harass them.
Yeah.
And say, "Hurry up!"
She even, like, jumps at the camera. little jump scares here and there. And it's like, well, so they have to get all these objects for the witch in, like, by the third midnight. Because the blue moon will come and the
curse can be lifted.
Yeah, or else the spell won't work.
Which I actually kind of like that they tied that in together at the end. After they get after she does get the potion and whatnot, she can't do magic anymore. It lifted the curse by taking away her magic. And she didn't even realize that's how it was going to happen. She tries to curse the prince.
Yeah. And they sort of embellish things, because in the story of Cinderella, it's only like one midnight or else the fairy godmother's magic won't work. The festival, the party, the ball went on for 3 nights, so that kind of converged with everything. Mm-hmm. That was interesting.
But by far, we should talk about the best part of
the best part of the movie. I would have loved to have seen more of it.
1 second. We have to say this one line together, and we all know what it is. 1, 2, 3. Agony!
Wow.
Oh God, the agony song in this.
So Chris Pine
is Prince Charming.
Is Prince Charming, and then I don't know, I've never seen this actor before as his brother, like the other prince.
I've seen him in something, but I can't think of where. I want to say, I swear I've seen him in something else that was like mocking Disney. I'm trying to think of what it was though. Damn it, that's gonna bug me all night. I can pull up my phone again. But yeah, they were singing off each other. They did a really good job.
Yeah, so Chris Pine is, of course, with Cinderella, and the other guy is in love with Rapunzel. And they like converge, and they're like talking about the women that they love. And they just go into this song about how they want to be with them.
But one runs away from the ball, and the other one is stuck inside of a tower.
Yeah.
Why not try to get her out of it? I don't know. I mean, you already fell in love with her, and you know you can do that.
Yeah.
Call a king and a couple of ropes. But they're singing back and forth the agony song, and by God, did they ham it up to... They turned that shitting dial to 11, man. Especially when Chris Pine, I kid you not, does the knee side to show off his chest.
They did that.
And they gave him... That was the scene they gave for his curtain call.
Oh my gosh. And now, my favorite part, I really wish I could have seen more of him, because they teased him a lot, even in the posters. Johnny Depp as the big bad wolf from the Red Riding Hood story. And I could swear that costume came out of something from Tim Burton. Which, this is not a Tim Burton film.
It was Rob Marshall? Bob Marshall?
Rob Marshall?
Rob Marshall. Yeah, it's... But yeah, you swear some of the designs here were straight out of Tim Burton's head. Like, we need some help dressing Johnny Depp. Can you give us some design tips? Okay. Give
Squiggly whiskers.
Squiggly whiskers. Got that. Oh, so don't make him an actual wolf. Put him in a tuxedo. Oh, yes. I see where you're going with this. Silk stripes. Yes, and a tail that moves on its own. Got it.
Like something out of Jim Henson.
And it was awesome. He was awesome, and his one song was amazing.
Yeah.
But they, as I said, they undercut some of the stuff in here. Rapunzel and her prince especially got undercut because they had a lot more influence before the climax, if I remember right, which they changed. Kind of weird, especially considering that there were more giants up there that could kill them. But yeah. they got undercut, and Johnny Depp, he was killed off really early in this, and I get I knew it was coming. I mean, hell, in the credits they said, and Johnny Depp. When that happens, they're gonna kill you off. I mean, if you want more proof of that, watch Godzilla again. But I knew they were gonna do that, and I know that the wolf dies inside of the actual play, but he's there for the first half of it. If I remember right, the last thing they're supposed to get from, I mean, granted, I haven't seen the play for a while. The last thing they're supposed to get is the hood, and oh man, it's just one of those ones. Just like, why not pad that cameo out? Especially considering how much they padded everything else, and some of the set was a little bit lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I pointed out to him one of the times I noticed it, but there was a couple of others that I noticed. You could tell that they passed the same spot multiple times. And the meeting with the prince on the horse, it's the same meadow.
Yeah.
All 3 times, it's the same meadow.
I think that might have been a joke. I don't know. For a movie like this, I doubt
Maybe.
they did it to save money. But I think...
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the cost. I mean, nowadays we have so many CGI sets that it probably did cost them a lot to make a regular set, and they needed to save a little bit more money by that. I mean, granted, these sets are actually there. Thank you.
Yes.
For not turning this into the Wizard of Oz, or the Great and Powerful Oz. Look at our wonderful CGI backgrounds. They're totally not there, and they're totally not in any danger. No, this time they actually had like trees and branches throwing at them until the actual climax.
Yeah.
Which, that's the one thing I didn't get. In the climax, like I told you, they don't cut down the beanstalk until the climax. They promise to bring him the boy. The giant says you have to tonight, and goes back up the beanstalk. When he comes, they start luring him onto the beanstalk by saying that by yelling up, we have the boy, he's here. And when they start coming down, they cut the beanstalk out from under him and kill the giant by toppling it. But this time it was just a tree with a sling. I get that it was an old woman giant, but
yeah. So they kill off. There's the 2 giants. So Jack goes up and down the beanstalk, gets like the gold pieces, the egg, and the harp.
Yeah,
because he wants to prove. He like gives the gold pieces and the egg to the baker and his wife.
Oh no, he kept the egg.
Yeah.
He kept
true.
the egg, and his mom and them sold it to have a good living.
Yeah, and he wanted to prove to Red Riding Hood that he had seen the giant and everything. So he goes up and steals the harp, which is I still love the story to this. How they all converge like that. It's really amazing. And so the first giant comes down, and Jack, cuts it down, and that's supposed to end Jack and the Beanstalk. But then his wife, the giant's wife, comes down, played by the woman who was the head of Beauxbaton's academy in Harry Potter.
Who was also a giant.
She was full giant, where Hagrid was half, right?
No, she was half giant as well.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't explain it very well in the movie, but in the book, yeah, she was a half giant. And the reason why Hagrid was so attracted to her is because
they're half giants.
They're so rare, also.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he was inside the book. There's actually love conversations where they're like,
yeah,
hey, so where is yours from? Mine's from your mother. Fell in love with my father. He tried to raise me well, but considering that I could throw him over my arm by the time I was 5, it was pretty hard on him. And she was always in denial. She's like, how dare you insinuate something like that? I'm just big boned. She actually says that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
interesting choice.
A very interesting choice as a person to play the giant inside of this production.
Oh, she's a tall woman. Jeez.
Yeah, and I
All
get
we need
what
to do is throw in some CGI and
no, Power Rangers, that bitch.
Power Rangers.
Whoa! That low angle shot made him look huge. That's how they do giants. That's how you do real giants.
Yeah.
Now that would have been awesome if the Megazord showed up at the end of this.
Oh wow.
Don't worry, we'll save you. Making this obvious moral dilemma the simplest choice ever. Yeah, and that's another thing I did like about this is that they did keep the spirit that the whole last third of the play is basically undercutting every cliche from Disney you can think of. And although they didn't do it all, the way that they did that last song especially, where they basically told you that there is no right answer, that was perfect.
Yeah.
It was so perfect. Unfortunately, they still killed the giant.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to find another way, which my problem with the play too is a better story probably would have found another way.
Yeah.
But for what we got, this was fun.
This was fun.
This so much better than Annie. Oh my God, so much better than Annie.
Yeah, these people sounded like they could actually sing.
Yeah. Yeah, all of the musical performances had life to them. Everybody was just so animated. Yeah, it was a little vaudeville in parts, and there was a lot of really, really, really dumb stuff, I'll admit. But that's what makes it good.
Yeah.
We're not going here to see Les Mis.
Yeah.
We're going here to see Into the Woods.
Yeah, as child actors go, I don't like them at all. And Annie kind of proves that.
Yes.
That they can't act or sing, but...
Without autotune.
Without autotune. But Red Riding Hood and Jack were pretty cool. Side thing, the kid who plays Jack was actually in the new Les Mis movie.
Yeah, he was the kid who played Gavroche. I can't think of his name. It was like Ed something or other. But yeah. It was the same kid. He's grown up a lot since that movie, considering it was only 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's like... He went from being this little pipsqueak, and now he's like 4 foot something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was really good. You can tell that they got some experience. I don't know if I liked the girl who played Red Riding Hood, though.
I don't know. I thought she was okay.
She was okay. She's definitely better than anybody who was in Annie.
Yeah, she's all over Disney Channel, like promoting it and like taking us behind the scenes and junk.
Oh,
That's
no.
where I've seen her.
Don't tell me she's gonna get her own reality show where she's playing herself and an alternate personality and then go crazy and get on naked with a wrecking ball.
No.
Oh my God. Flashbacks.
I'm sure she's gonna show up on a Disney Channel show eventually.
She totally is.
Because like any kid who goes into a Disney movie, automatically, I think it's in their contract, gets a show.
You will be on Disney Channel for so long.
And a singing career.
Singing career with auto-tune. Seriously. Despite as much as we all hate Miley Cyrus, I will give her credit that she was at least singing without auto-tune when she was in Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like the way Disney stars are. Let's get off of that bad subject.
The best show to come out of Disney in a long time was definitely Phineas and Ferb. Maybe some of the Power Ranger seasons.
Wait, didn't Gravity Falls come from Disney, or is that Cartoon Network?
That's Gravity Falls. Yeah, that's Disney. That's a good show too.
Gravity Falls isn't bad. They actually haven't controlled the Power Rangers since RPM, which was 2010.
Yeah, I know. They're still licensed by Disney, I think.
The new Saban company has a contract with Disney to air them, but they took over management and budgeting control, so they don't have to do all the Disney crap.
Yeah, okay, we're getting into Power Ranger semantics now.
Yes.
Okay. Back to Into the Woods.
that Megazord totally should have taken down that giant. With his low angle shot.
Super Voltranus Optimus Primo.
And wow, it somehow turned our background into a Japanese mountainside. Yeah, I think we've said all that's really, really good about this and some of the more negative things. I kind of wish that they'd gone a little bit further with Chris Pine and Emily Blunt and the wonderful, wonderful moments.
Yeah.
And shout out to Emily Blunt. I did not think that you could sing. I thought that you were a very brilliant actress. I really liked you, especially inside of Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it Live, Die, Repeat because that's not its name.
It's not its name. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Edge of Tomorrow. You guys named it that. Stick to it. But yeah, I really did like her in that, and this I really do like her, and she can sing.
They brought out some of the old fashioned like Grimm's fairy tales, like the really gnarly stuff, to fit. I don't know if this actually happened in the real fairy tale, but in the Cinderella story, when the prince is coming with the slipper, in this anyway, the stepmother cuts off one of the girl's toes
to fit inside
to make it fit. That didn't work because she couldn't, or she
was bleeding out of the shoe.
Yeah, she was bleeding out of the shoe. And then they did it. Then they brought it back to the other one, and they cut off the heel to make it fit. And she couldn't take the pain, and she fell over.
And then afterwards, she orders the freaking birds to blind the sisters.
She doesn't order them. They just do it. And the narrator's for their sins, the birds pecked blinded them.
And just have this birdemic moment.
And then the third act starts, and they have the blind glasses, and they're carrying around canes
and when they try to offer to the giant.
Oh, that's awful.
It's so awful, but it was hilarious. Which is another point over freaking Annie. It didn't have to resort to making fun of Twilight to get a good laugh out of us.
Right?
When Annie seriously comes on DVD, I'm gonna buy the DVD just to cut that one scene, throw away the DVD, and then I'm gonna put that one scene on YouTube and show it to everybody because that's the only good part in Annie. But yeah, it didn't have to resort to anything cheap. It didn't have to modernize or throw in a pop joke for anything. It was just, yeah, it was hilarious.
That was great. We were laughing.
I don't know if I liked about the Stewart killing the mother. I can't remember if that was in the actual play or not. That was one of those moments. It's just yeah. It happens right after they try to offer the blind girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was great.
This was good. A+. A+. Go see it. Go buy it.
Maybe not buy it, but definitely worth a see.
Oh, I'm gonna buy it.
I probably will too. But it was definitely worth seeing. What's gonna come up next week was... No, we were trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seventh Son, definitely at some point.
Yeah, I can't remember if that comes out this week or next week.
I swear it comes out the 9th, like everything else.
Yeah, if nothing comes out next week, we'll go see Big Hero 6 or maybe Gambler.
Yeah.
Something I haven't seen a trailer for yet. With how many movies I've been to, you'd think I would have known what this is, but no, it's playing right now. Apparently it came out on Christmas. I don't know what it is. I know that we got showings of The Theory of Everything. It's a limited release of...
I'm honestly curious about that.
Yeah. I don't know how well it is, though. I mean, you're picking a physicist who has actively alienated most of the physicist community.
We can talk about this later. Right now, I think we got to wrap it up.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're probably gonna go to... I'm hoping Seventh Son comes out on Thursday, but
yeah,
if not, you'll probably see The Gambler. So, closing out,
go see this movie.
Go see
Into the Woods.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. Unlike Annie.
Yeah. You just hate Annie, don't you?
I hate that.
It was stupid, but I was enjoying myself, at least.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But as much as I like making fun of that movie, but it was horrible. It slapped everybody who was a fan of it in the face in the first opening freaking minute. It didn't even wait the honorary 5. It just opens and it slaps you in the face in the first minute.
Yeah, if you want to see more on that, go watch our Annie review,
please,
or go see Annie.
Yeah, I don't recommend going to see Annie.
At least paying to.
Don't pay to see it. If you're curious, go buy the original bomb. Yeah, the original actually did bomb inside the theaters.
Really?
Yeah, and it's come musical standard now. It's kind of funny, but this one will definitely not be that.
Yeah. People are gonna nitpick at it, sure, but we had fun.
I had fun for one scene. And maybe kind of dropped my jaw when I heard Hard Knock Life turn into a thriller chase.
Yeah.
But yeah, Into the Woods, go see it. Yeah, let's close it out. So, as always, see you all
Next time.